What is in this package? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know myself, so we're about to find out together. But if it's the SH Monsterarts stuff, that will be excellent. Because as I've finally made my ultimate choice that I will be doing the SH Monsterarts, but exclusively only Godzilla vs. Kong stuff, not King of Monsters. The Ghidorah and the other stuff is just way too expensive, and I'm literally gonna go in debt if I just keep going like that, so that's why. So I did the NECA figures for King of Monsters, and then so for Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm just gonna do the SH Monsterarts because NECA obviously doesn't have the license to make Godzilla vs. Kong figures. So I do the Godzilla, and I opened it off camera because I ran out of ink to cross out my dress, so. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. So, that's... Whoa, what? This is so small! Alright, here we go. The Godzilla SH Monsterarts version 2021 for Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's get right to it. So, I counted the amount of times Godzilla appears on the title. 3 times. Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. That's a lot of Godzillas being used. And as I said earlier, this box is a lot smaller than I thought. To be quite honest, when I first saw the images, I thought the box was at least going to be a pretty big Lego set size. But this is way smaller than I anticipated. Maybe because, like I said, maybe because I was too used to the King Ghidorah one, then I just assumed it was going to be that big for everybody. So here's the back. You can see the figure on display right there. You can see a little, what do you call this? There's just some render arts of the figure showing the immense detailing this figure has. I seriously hope this figure will exceed the NECA figures. And obviously I don't have the Kong at the moment, so I'm probably just gonna pull up the Playmates Kong to compare. All this Japanese stuff down here, which I don't know how to read, so that's all Japanese mumbo jumbo. And then down here, if you're Japanese, feel free to translate these for me. That would really help. Let's see, nothing else here. Made in Vietnam. Oh, really? Okay. What is it? Tashi Nation's quality? So that means it should be good, I hope. By Bendai, Legendary, Toho. Yeah. On the side, another photo. Nothing there. And oh my God. Okay, yep, that should be it. So. Let's crack this baby open. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Let me just settle them down first before we start the actual review, but I'll be right back. I gotta clean up all this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I present the SH Monsterarts Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla, the 2021. Obviously there is a 2019 King of Monsters version. One of them is being the, I think they made several, like a default one. They've also made a Burning Godzilla. I think they've done all the versions for 2019 to accompany the Ghidorah. I know I talked about the Ghidorah a lot. I really want it, but it's just too I can't afford it. It's just too expensive for a retired figure, but hey, at least I can do it for this one. So, and plus, Bendai didn't have any spare ones to give me, so yeah, in case you're wondering. Okay, so basically, first impressions of this figure, it released a really funky smell. I don't know how important that would be, but when I first opened the box, you know, sometimes some toys like these, when you first open it, they have this really funny smell out of the package. I guess from like the factory or the material that they were produced with. This used some kind of like a hybrid between rubber and plastic. So it had that like car tire smell. And I don't know if this is just me, but for other people who own this figure as well, do please tell me if you experienced that funny car tire smell as well. Cause yeah. Also, I noticed this quality is actually really good as they have depicted. it is really what I expected out of SH Monsterarts, being this is the first SH Monsterarts figure I've ever touched in person. However, I will say this is not my favorite Godzilla figure. I know this will trigger many fans saying, what are you talking about? It's so expensive. Yeah, it is pretty expensive. This guy was 60 bucks. No, was it 60 bucks? No, I think it was like almost $100. But he feels hollow. He feels slightly lighter. He is still heavy, but I'm comparing the weight of this guy to the NECA one. This is just a random NECA one I pulled out. This one's my favorite one, the Atomic Breath Godzilla. The weight difference, obviously you can't tell, but the NECA one carries a lot more weight. It's more detailed in terms of just the design between these two. And just the materials feels higher quality for NECA for some reason. I don't know why, but between these two, I'm holding an SH Monsterarts figure, and here's the NECA Godzilla. For some reason, I just feel like the NECA one is just feels more Godzilla. You know, it's more of a more proper Godzilla figure. So in a way, I'm kind of relieved I didn't invest in the King of Monsters stuff, but at the same time I still did. But I'm not saying it's terrible, don't get me wrong. Some of you may be clicking on this video right now feeling pretty upset. No, please don't, please stay. I'm just telling you that yeah, I just feel like this is just a random thought, having both a NECA and SH Monsterarts now. And yeah, just looking at the detail, like the prints between the colors between these two. This is obviously an overdosage, because I don't think Godzilla was like this glowing when he shot his atomic breath. However, this still didn't mean that like the amount of details for this guy compared to this guy, and then the price you're paying for a NECA versus an SH Monsterart. The SH Monsterarts are very expensive, and NECA is actually in a way affordable. Is much more affordable. So looking at between these two, I know we haven't gotten to the figure yet. I'm already comparing. I just feel like NECA is kind of winning the value here in terms of quality and the price. So let me actually go into this full detail review of this figure before I do any more comparisons, or like before I justify my point. And some of you are probably shaking your head right now saying, no, what are you talking about? SH Monsterarts is expensive. That means it is the best. It is everything. Yes, I do agree. This figure is not all terrible. It is not terrible, period. It's not terrible. It's a good figure. I like it. But having to compare this with NECA, for some reason I just got that feeling. So, alright, you know what? Fine. I'll just finish off the other comparisons. This is obviously something I can't really necessarily compare with, because these are much cheaper and affordable. These are actual toys, whereas this one is a collector's item. Here is, of course, I'm talking about the Playmates Godzilla. So here is the Playmates 6-inch Godzilla. You can see they're roughly around the same size. Obviously, the SH Monsterarts here has a lot more articulation going on. So there is that. And obviously the Playmates one here is much cheaper. Very cheap in the quality, you can tell just from looking at it. So there's that. And because I don't have the SH Monsterarts Kong at the time of recording this video, here's my Playmates Kong. Oh yeah, see, now that's a reasonable size difference, because Godzilla is supposed to be a little bit bigger than Kong, and the Playmates Kong may look like he's just about as big as Godzilla. So this is much more movie accurate. If you do I hope the SH Monsterarts Kong will be around the same size as the Playmates one. So we'll see. I was gonna say if you do like a stop motion of the fight between these two kaijus, that would be the perfect scale. Okay, so now let's look at the actual figure. Prince, like I said, when I compare with the NECA, even though it's like very simple, it's still pretty neat, especially in the dorsal fins. I really like their design on the dorsal fins. It's like much darker than I expected. Kind of wish it would be much lighter, but then it has that, of course, it has that atomic breath glow, so that's really unique, and I think that is excellent. They have a lot of it has a lot of like different textures, because looking at the texture, it's very like rugged, very, you know, very scaly, and I like that. I like that very much. Down here we got more of that as the color continues going down towards the tail, towards the end. That is really nice. Looking at the feet, okay, the feet is obviously a lot more simpler, nothing much here, it's just a hint of gray, and then just some bits of brown on the chest area here. As for the claws and the arm, pretty much the same thing, and then the head, the face, and the mouth. Some people didn't like it because of the excessive amount of blue used within the mouth, and what's more disappointing is this figure didn't include an atomic breath piece to accompany it. To me personally, I honestly feel like if you're going to overdose his mouth in blue to represent his atomic breath, you might as well include an atomic breath piece for him to fire out, because that would make sense with the blue. Otherwise, when he's not firing the atomic breath, he's not all blue. In fact, he's completely gray. So yeah, I feel like, okay, some people may call this toothpaste, because it actually does look like he put on a ton of toothpaste in his mouth and like brushed his teeth or something, because that kind of looks like, yeah, that really looks like a toothpaste. I see a lot of Colgate memes on, yeah, like Colgate being put on here, but yeah, that is kind of what let me down for this figure. If, like, I don't mind this color scheme, but if you're going to do this color scheme, you might as well include the atomic breath piece, which they didn't. So, hence why I was slightly disappointed when I saw this. But overall, looking at the front, it does look pretty menacing. I guess you can recreate him about to charge up, not necessarily about to shoot, but he's like building up the energy about to shoot. Then you can probably bring out like the NECA piece for the atomic breath and attach it in there if you have the NECA Godzilla. But yeah, okay. SH Monsterarts does exceed in one thing, and that's the excessive amount of articulation. That is excellent. So, starting off, there's the arms. You can move the claws, you can move the wrists, move the general claw, and yes, this does include additional claws, which you can take out and replace with. So, looking at these claws, this is like this is a closed up claw, you know, not open, not slashing. Whereas this one, he's kind of like in combat. He's like, let's see if he's like holding something or grabbing or just, you know, trying to slash at Kong or another kaiju or something. Then yeah, then that'll be it. But I am not going to take them off and replace them. Don't want to risk damaging it. I know, I'm one of those guys. But yeah. Okay, so other points of articulation is the head. Lots of articulation in the head. You can move. Oh, you can move the jaw as well, which I don't think is supposed to happen, but yeah, I accidentally did that multiple times. So looking at this, you can pretty much do that. Oh, that's funny. You can pretty much do that. What other stuff? Oh right, this is on a ball joint, so do be careful. You can't really move this, can you? No, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Okay, that's fine. That's alright. What else? You move this. Oh, you can sort of move the tail. And then you can move the legs. Yes, you can definitely move the legs. Move the knees slightly. Not too much. You can move the knees a bit. And then I guess when you want to recreate that scene where Godzilla goes ham on Kong, goes on all fours, there you go, you can do that. And as for the tail, a lot of articulation in the tail. There's also something NECA managed to achieve, so that is really, really impressive. And yeah, and just overall, you know what, this isn't really too much of a playable figure. It's SH Monsterarts, it's supposed to be collector's toys. Bendai is known for making collector's items, collector's toys, not necessarily play toys. They obviously have cheaper alternations of like cheap playing toys, but this kind of stuff is for the collectors. This is for the hardcore Godzilla fans, which I will say I am not a hardcore Godzilla fan. I don't know the lore, know nothing. I just watch these movies and do these toys for entertainment purposes. So yeah. So the SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2021. That's pretty much it. Other parts of articulation, I've done the comparison. The size is pretty much the same as NECA as well as Playmates. And I'm just gonna say, it's not as good as I really thought it will be. I hope the same thing won't happen for Kong. But make no mistake, this figure is good. It is not a terrible figure. Don't go, well, trash in the figure, and obviously I know it's a little bit hard to find, but you can pre-order on the Big Bad Toy Store, which I think is sold out, but I think it'll come back in stock eventually. But yeah, overall the figure is pretty good. You know, for a figure that's pretty much $100. I don't know about the price. I'm a bit on the iffy side, but I seriously think if for the price you should just invest in a NECA figure instead of this SH Monsterarts figure, because I feel like you'll get a much better quality out of a Godzilla figure from NECA than this one. But this is still not bad. I just don't like the toothpaste in his mouth, but other than that, this figure ain't so bad. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will definitely see if I will use this figure again in the future. Now that I've done this figure, that will mean I will be doing the SH Monsterarts Kong, and then later on 2022 the SH Monsterarts Mecha Godzilla. So yeah, 3 different figures with a long time gap between each, but that's the name of the game. I don't know when my Kong will get here, but when he does, I will be sure to get that video out as soon as possible. So thank you so much. Oh yes, final rating. I'm gonna give this guy a 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Not as bad as I thought, but could use some improvements. But yeah, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out my other types of Godzilla products I've done. Playmates, Jack Specific, NECA. I've done a lot at this point, so go check them out if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you so much for checking this video out, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Bye for now.